Interproject Actions allows us to either create a button for a custom interproject copy or to use workflow process automation to automate this task. It can be found at the very bottom of the admin and works in conjunction with interproject copy settings. Click on Add to create a new action. In this example, I've created an action to be used to submit a new change request from our help desk or incident management project. We'll need to give it a name, leave the action and short name to be the same, put in a description for reference, and decide which project the new ticket will create into. The list of projects are defined under the Interproject Copy settings. If there's a sub-project folder in the target project that you'd like to dump new tickets into, you can do that as well. The next step is to define how to map the fields between the incident and the target change ticket. We can choose to use our mappings defined in the Interproject settings or use templates that are defined in the target project where fields are automatically populated based on those templates. If we decide to use the templates, we can potentially overwrite those values with what's on the parent incident ticket. We should always choose to link the tickets by enabling this option and select a link type, whether it's referential or a parent-child link. Lastly, there are some default options we can set, like the status and owner of the new ticket. The work description or work performed field from the parent incident, as well as the option to copy over all events and tasks, can be enabled. There are two additional settings that we'll need to enable, and those define the people who are able to create the change and which states this action can be used. In this case, I've set it so that this action can be called while a ticket is in progress, and we're choosing to show a button on the UI to perform this change. And from the UI, we're now looking at a ticket that's in progress. We can now see a button that says Submit RFC because we chose the option to show the button. Without that option, it will appear under More. I would recommend to not show the button because in a sec, we'll show how we can automate, hence never need to manually click a button. Here's what happens when we actually click on the button to trigger the action. A Interproject Action dialog comes up and lets us know that a new change will be submitted into change management. Looking at the links tab now, we can now see our new change request linked to this parent incident ticket. Before we move on to automation, there's one other setting that we should consider, and that's our edit option. I would recommend to leave this on the auto creation, but if you care to edit the change request before it's submitted, we can set the option to interactive and edit. A quick recap of our incident management flow. For any tickets sitting in progress, we can potentially request for a change. We're going to set it so that whenever we click on this transition, a new change request will automatically be created and linked to this parent ticket. In the workflow settings, we navigate to the in progress status. Under Interproject Action Automation, we go to our request change transition. I've already created a rule to automatically submit a new change based on that particular action, but if we look at it, we can choose which actions are applicable for the in progress status. Go ahead and select that and save. In the UI, we look for a ticket sitting in progress and click on the request change transition to not only bring the ticket to the next state, but also create a new change in change management. The Interproject copy is now built into the workflow where it makes sense instead of asking the user to click on an additional button.